Yo, what's up? This is the first live video we've done this week ever. No, obviously. And I'm here, even though I've got shit hair, I'm still here to do a video because it's important. It's important.
My hair's messy as well, but hey, listen.
Messy as you're still here. That's the main thing. Listen, we're talking about what the top 10% of personal trainers do that makes them such a success. Look, we've been here 6 years in Dublin now. I don't know, hundreds of people looking through, and after that happens, you start to notice some patterns. No doubt about it. What do you think, Jack?
Definitely. I suppose you can see sometimes, you know, when people come in the door that something's going to work out for them. Other people are kind of thinking, maybe not. But we've been able to look across the board and kind of look at all the people who've been successful and say, right, what are all these people doing that is similar? Paddy's on there. How's things, Paddy? What are all these things doing anyway that these people are doing which are similar that's helping them to be more successful? Sean, what are you reckoning?
Well, let's face it, if you're thinking about getting into the personal training industry and you're watching this video, you're going to want to listen to it because you want to know what the hell the successful people are doing to see can you model that in some way or some shape or some form. And there's no doubt about it. Like Jay says, when there's people coming through the academy, and I only just said this, we done a kettlebell course at the weekend there with Paddy Joe Black, who's just on, and we had about 10 people there, all from all around Belfast. Some of them had been in the industry years, some of them had just started afresh, but you could see straight away that those people were absolutely committed. So this is the thing, the top 10% are completely committed to becoming a personal trainer. Not just interested, because there's a huge difference. There's two states that you can be in life. You can be absolutely committed where you're all in, or you're just kind of interested. Now the problem with that is, if you're just interested in becoming a personal trainer, you're having a wee snoop about. The problem with that is, as soon as shit gets difficult, you're going to quit. If you're committed to something, if you're absolutely all in, it doesn't matter how many times you're getting punched in the face, you're going to continue to move forward. You're going to learn from your mistakes, you're going to ask for help, you're going to just keep trying it, you're going to change your tack, you're going to pivot 1 degree, you're just going to keep trying it over and over and over again. Basically, you're going to feel your way to success. So you're not going to take any setbacks at all because you're 100% committed to the end result. So, committed people do this. They educate themselves. Committed people work when they're on course. Committed people study harder. They do their homework. They're in the gym. They're practicing. They're reading. They're asking questions. They're doing everything they can to be the best version of themselves. And what happens with that is, if you're a committed person, one, you show up every day and you do the work. You do the work that's necessary. You don't listen to bullshit stories, and you don't blame it on the conditions, because no one gives a shit about your conditions. They only care about what you can actually do, the results that you get. So your results are what talks, your bullshit stories are what walks. Alright, now if you're committed and you're showing up every single day and you're educating yourself, you're putting in the work, you're practicing, you're studying, I mean, that's what gets respect. So only until you've been committed, firstly to yourself, in all of the ways that I just described above, can you then begin to get results for your clients. And that's what the top 10% of trainers are doing. They commit first of all to themselves, educate themselves, put themselves in the best position possible, and then from all of that commitment becomes the ability to get their clients results that they will be able to pay for.
Yeah, and I suppose when you, if you go to any courses, so let's say, somebody's done their personal training qualification, wherever they've done it in the country, or maybe they've gone and done some sort of strength and conditioning qualification, and then afterwards there's always more learning to be done, okay? So you should be continuing on your education in all the different areas, okay? So whether it's in some area of business, whether it's in some area of training, nutrition, mindset, sports massage, whatever it is, whatever you're interested in, whatever's going to help you move forward with whatever career you're looking at. But when you go to any of these seminars, you always see the same faces. So like last year, let's say I probably went to, I don't know, between 5 and 10 seminars outside of stuff that we done ourselves. And time again, you see the same faces over and over and over and over again. And there's no, I suppose, you can see that it's no surprise that these are some of the people that you would look at and respect within the industry, okay, within Ireland. They're the people who are getting results with their clients, they're the people who have a successful business, and they're the people who are making money. And at the end of the day, listen, that's what we want to do, okay? We're not in this to fucking, save the world or hug trees or anything like that. We want to be earning some money, okay? So you can have a reasonable lifestyle. But I think when it comes to this whole thing of committed, are you committed to something, or are you just, a kind of, are you just kind of stepping on the sidelines? Are you just interested in a particular topic? usually what's going to stop somebody from going from one to the other, okay? Because none of us, I suppose, wake up one morning and say, fuck it, I'm going to be the best trainer I can be, and just run off, okay? So there's always a period of time where you're kind of moving from this place of interest. You're kind of thinking to yourself, I'm interested in maybe becoming a trainer, or maybe somebody says it to you, you know, or maybe slowly or organically just grow into a position where more and more people are asking you advice on nutrition, they're asking you advice on training. There's people coming up asking you questions in the gym because they're kind of looking at you saying, shit, that person's in good shape, or they seem to know what they're doing, or they're doing crazy exercise that I've never seen before, whatever the case may be. So you start off at this place of interest, and you decide to yourself you're going to move to this place where you're committed to becoming the best version of yourself in whatever avenue you're trying to study in. And the difference between people who stay in that interested bracket or who move into the bracket of committed usually comes down to two things. You've either got a knowledge gap, okay? You don't know what you don't know, or you don't know a piece of information which you need in order to bridge yourself from one side to the other, okay?
Like turning a passion into a profession.
Yeah.
You just don't know how to make that shift. It's passionate, but like, how the hell do you make money from this? There you go, knowledge gap.
Yeah, so there's a knowledge gap in some way, shape or form which you need to fill. And to be honest with you, listen, that should be fairly easy to do. Just seek out people who you respect in whatever you're trying to study, okay? Seek out people you respect and ask them what did they do, and just replicate that. It's that simple, okay? Or find somebody who's already in the industry and kind of say, listen, what would you recommend I do? I want to get closer to where you are. I want to be similar to what you're doing. Now, the other situation, and this is probably a little bit more difficult to delve into, it's you've got an issue of fear, okay? You've got an issue where your balls just aren't quite big enough at this particular point in time, okay, to take the leap, to take that leap of faith. John's laughing at himself there.
So it's a knowledge issue or it's a balls issue?
Yeah, it's either you ain't got no knowledge or you ain't got big enough balls, okay? And I think that's where a lot of people are. They're kind of sitting on the fence, they're kind of hemming and hawing, and they're waiting for the perfect time, okay? They're waiting for the perfect time to step up to the plate, and the reality is there's never going to be a perfect time. Or they're waiting on somebody giving them permission, you know, somebody coming along and saying, oh, you should do this, and, you know, kind of pushing them along. And the fact of the matter is, you know, it's going to be a very rare situation where somebody's going to come in and... Who's that?
John Lockie, say it like it is, dude.
Yeah, that's it. It's going to be a rare situation where somebody comes in and says, oh, you know what, you should do this, and they're going to support you every step of the way. So you've got to get that courage within yourself, and very often that courage will only come when you feel like you're in the right hands, okay? When you feel like that you've got a support network of people around you, whether, let's say, if it was an education situation, where you feel like the education that you're going to get is going to set you up to become the trainer you want to be. So I know a problem, and we spoke to people on the weekend about this. It's not that we're throwing stones at anybody, but one particular guy told us, you know, he was asking us recommendations, and he was talking about, you know, he wanted to go and do some of the UK SCA strength and conditioning courses. And I said, like, why did you want to go and do them? And his thing was, well, the personal training qualification that he done was online. Okay, so all the stuff was online. He just filled out, ticked some boxes, filled out, done his exam, you know, at the end of it, paid over his money, and he got his qualification.
A piece of paper.
So he got a piece of paper, and supposedly then, you know, he's certified to become a trainer. And as we always say, there's a huge difference between certification and qualification.
And there's a few people now copying us saying that, and I think that's great. If people want to also say
look
that.
at copying's the biggest form of flattery, isn't it? We'll fucking find out who you are. Probably messing. So anyway,
John Lockie's back again. He says it's better to ask for forgiveness and permission. Lol, people are in America.
This is true.
Like,
is he in America?
Yeah, I don't know where the hell he is. Baron
Barry.
Clark says, it took 20 seconds out of my learning to type this. Keep her lit, boys. Thanks, Baron. Sophie Gallagher's on, Paul Bishop, Paddy Joe.
He shouldn't be on here if he's meant to be learning. Should he?
What are you studying,
he's
Baron?
procrastinating. Listen, that kind of brings us to another point. I know we got thrown off topic ever so slightly there.
By
But
John.
as we were kind of saying, that we'd always kind of say, listen, that there's a huge difference. There's a huge difference between education and certification. So when we say education, we mean that you're going to have the tools necessary to move forward and succeed at whatever you're trying to do. Alright? So, and then certification, you know, you can get a piece of paper and it's saying that you're able to do X, Y, and Z, but you don't necessarily.
What you're missing from that is, I mean, if you have the knowledge and the experience, I mean, what you've got there is certainty. It's one of those C's again. Like, you're committed and you've got the certainty. The certainty to do what it says on that piece of paper is completely different from just having a piece of paper.
Yeah.
You know, like when I did my PT cert, I know I've said this a load of times. Like I had this piece of paper that says, "Show me any personal trainer," and I hadn't a clue what to do, what it said on that piece of paper. You know, and it wasn't until I went and sought out the people I wanted to help me get that certainty that I was actually able to charge people. You know, and be comfortable charging people, because then I felt like I had the skills necessary to be able to get them results.
And guys, so listen, just a little takeaway point, okay? So 2 things to finish off here. So the first thing, just close this down, a little thing came up on the screen there.
Yeah,
the first thing was, if you are looking to find out a little bit more information about getting into the fitness industry, obviously we're here to help. There's going to be a link either in the comment section, or we'll flip it in to the bit just above the video. You can click on that link and talk to one of us crazy people later on the week. The other thing I wanted to just show you is this cool book that a friend of mine sent me. So it's called The Time Warrior, and how to defeat procrastination, people pleasing, self-doubt, overcommitment and broken promises and chaos. And look, there's a fucking samurai on the front of it. Who wouldn't want to read that? But guys, basically this will help with the balls issue. If you've got an issue, flick through a few chapters of that, and we'll help you out.
Yes, don't forget, the people who are the top 10, the most successful, are fully committed. They are all in. So ask yourself, are you interested? If you're interested, don't bother clicking that link above. If you're fully committed to working with people who've been where you are right now, if you're thinking about getting into this thing.
Even if you work in the construction industry.
Yes, John. And you want to work with people who've been where you are and got over those hurdles and can help you with that fear issue, because, you know, we all started in exactly the same position as you. Then do click that link, and we will help you turn your passion for fitness into a professional.
And as always, guys, any questions, hit us up in the comment section down below, and we will get back to you. What's John saying?
The lazy fat people need to move 108-inch concrete blocks 100 yards up a hill, and they will get motivated or fucking die.
This is very true. This is very true.
Words of wisdom, John, spoken like a true fortune cookie. I like it.
You could set up some sort of gym franchise with that. Block fit. You heard it here first, buddy. Peace out.
8 inches at a time.